So this is my review for Digital Monster version 20th. It's the 20th anniversary version of the original Digimon VPet. So on the back there you see Zubamon. He's a new Digimon brought out for the 20th anniversary. I quite like him. He looks decent. They have a whole line I think developed from. I just haven't really looked at it too much, but I like Zubamon. He looks cool. He actually looks kind of a lot like Hackmon. I think like very similar. Only he's gold. Yes, that's it. So I have two of them. This is the grey one. I have the brown one that's over here. I've got it opened already. I've been playing around with it for the last couple of days. You see there's my Greymon. You can get two. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But there's my Devimon and my Greymon. Once you've opened it, you pull the card out there with Tyrannomon on it. Open it out, and this is the manual that's inside. There's not a whole lot to this. It's all Japanese. I don't speak fluent Japanese, but I can kind of understand bits and pieces of it enough to kind of get me through this. First thing I want to talk about is design. I like the design on it. The color is really cool. It has a really red wall look. Back has it as well. The only thing I don't like is that they didn't carry the design all the way around it. I think it would have been cooler if they had kind of, I don't know, if they had the design run the whole way through the device and not just on the front and back. It's fairly light, it's fairly small, as you can see. I mean, it's smaller than the palm of my hand. But I mean, I suppose you probably don't really want them that big anyways. So this shows their stats here. That's his name, shows up down here. It says Devimon. Here's his age, he's 5 days, 46 grams. Come over here, that will show how hungry he is. He needs a bit of food, so I'll give him some now in a second. He also needs protein. This is for how much, I suppose, how to say it? It's just his protein intake, so he needs protein at the moment, so we're going to have to get him that. That's for training. He's fine for that. I think training and battling can increase this one. I know train definitely does. I'm just not too sure about battle. I haven't really looked into it. This is energy gauge. He's half energy. So how you get that back up is you keep feeding him protein, and that will affect weight. So you can overfeed him. He'll get sluggish and all, and he'll be slower to respond in battles. That's about it as far as then. So we come in here. This for food, and this for protein. So we're gonna give him some food there, and that's the animation for eating. And this protein, so that's the animation for protein. I do like the animations in it. I think they're done fairly well for what you can do on an LCD screen. The only thing is, I think it's very choppy when they're moving around there. I would prefer it if they were a little bit smoother. They look very choppy, and I just prefer, because they have them, they run fairly smooth for battle and food and stuff like that. They look very smooth. I would just prefer if they weren't as choppy. Yeah. So this train session, when you have one, the train session looks like this. Keep pressing A and it will fill the gauge. So the thing is, you want to fill the gauge so you can break the wall, and that will give you +1 strength when you do that. Yeah, and he's happy now. So if I was to mess that up, and let's say I got like probably a little bit of gauge full, it goes, hits the walls, I see an awful lot less. The wall's still intact, so he doesn't gain anything from that. I don't think training doesn't affect their energy usage. I think battle is the only thing that affects their training or energy usage. Yeah, so that's all just in training. In this here is like tournament mode. I'll show you more about that now in 2 seconds. This for cleaning, then he hasn't done anything, so he doesn't really need that. This for light, you can pause the game by pressing that, so you can pause him and he will not move, but I will leave it on there. This for if they're injured. No, can you see it's like a little bandage, which is sometimes after a fight, if it was too hard, they can come out and they'll be injured, and you need to give them some bandages, fix them up. This is your library. So in the library you have your Digimon and stock. I don't know what stock is. I think that's like the dead Digimon you would have had. I can't use it at the moment, doesn't let me access it. Over here then is, I really don't know what that is. But I'll go into it for a sec, see what it is. Oh yeah, that's my stats for my battles. So I have 97 single battles there, 120, and tag team battles I have 115 of 122. Yeah, and then this name sauce, my own name there in Japanese for I suppose the owner of the keychain. Um, so when you come into Digimon, you can press here, and this will show you the Digimon that you currently have. So that's Botamon, uh, Koromon, Agumon, Betamon, Greymon, and Devimon. They're the two Digimon I've had at the moment. Okay, so this one down here then is Connection. You come in here as battle copy. So if you have the two Digivices, like I said, I'll open this one here. I could copy Digimon that I had on it onto this one. I think that is used for joggers, so you can mix two Digimon. So let's say you wanted to get Omegamon, you can mix War Greymon, Metal Garurumon, and get Omegamon. Now I don't know if it's permanent. I haven't checked into it too much, and I don't think I'll be opening that other one to find out either. The only way I'll be opening that one, I'd say, is if I get the other three that are coming out, which I'll put on screen now. That's the Omegamon, Alphamon, and Zubamon versions. The runs battles, so you have connection battles, so you have your 20th anniversary battles and standard battles. So standard battle, you're gonna pick whatever Digimon you want. That's the two I have. That's Greymon. I'll talk about him now in 2 seconds. Devimon, you come in here, you this is battle or whatever, and then just press it. You have to connect them to actually do it. Or sorry, you come in here, you see Devimon battle, and it'll say that until you connect one up here. But the thing with 20th anniversary now is you press in here, you can have your single battle or tag battle. So if I want single battle, which I'll show you over here, you have up here this is the tournament, which is the same as down here with your connection, but in tournament mode you can have randomly loaded Digimon into the device for your own Digimon to fight. So if I come in here, that's single and tag battle, press single, you can get Devimon. That's continue, and that's start, but I'm just gonna start just to show you. So we have a Kunmon, and we're gonna keep pressing this button here, A, fill up the gauge. Once the gauge is full, then he'll attack, and you're trying to kill Kunamon. The higher the gauge, the more stronger your hits will be. So we won that fight, so that just adds to his percentage of winning. So you can just keep doing that. I just want to show you just what it's like when you die. And plus we just see some new Digimon, because as you can see, every time we load in is a new Digimon. It'll start off easy, it'll give you a load of rookies, and then eventually it'll slowly give you stuff like Numamon and Sukamons, the weaker champions, and then you'll go from there into stronger champions like Greymon and Bergamon to fight, and it keeps going. I haven't got past ultimates. I find it very hard to get past the lower level ultimates past that. There's a little bit of Greymon here because we haven't looked in. Oh yeah, that's for two of them. You can monitor the two of them at the one time. You can even train the two at the one time as well. Through here, see the two of them are trained. There's Greymon, there's Devimon. So you have to guess where he's going to shoot, and you have to try and get past the block and hit him. So I'm gonna press B, and we got past the block. You have to do it best of 5 times. If you can get it 3 times in a row, you win. If you get any more than that, I think it goes as extra bonus to your strength for winning. So we got 3 out of 2. We got the minimum, so we won that. It's very hard to get 5. I've got it a couple times, but it's very hard to get. So we can focus just on Greymon over here. So this is Greymon. He's 431, so he's a day less than the other guy because it took me a day to get my other Koromon, the Betamon. Food, protein, and training. Energy, they both have half energy. I might have to give them a lot of protein in a while if I keep battling. There's win percentages. Win percentages go for if you want to digivolve to an ultimate or mega level, you need to have a high win percentage as well as a high amount of battles battled. So So we're gonna try tag team battling. I'll put Greymon as my starter, and we start again just to see a few more. So we're against Palmon and Kunamon, which probably I think are the weaker ones. I think I've always started with a fight with them. Now they have double the amount of health, so you have to hit them a bit more because there's two of them. Yeah, because I restarted it, it's fairly easy to win because I've reset it. If I keep going, I might just keep going my edit into when the later one comes in, and let's see what they look like. So we're on Batemon and Patamon here. This is the 20th anniversary one, so it is a remake of the original, but they have touched up on some things that weren't the original one, and they've changed for this one. So what they've changed is, firstly, the length of time it takes to digivolve in this is an awful lot less. I think the other one would have taken probably, I think it was an hour for your first baby to go into second baby, but now it takes 10 minutes. From there to rookie, it goes to, I think it's 6 hours, where it would have been a day, and then it's 24 hours then for champion, 38 hours or 36 hours for an ultimate, and 48 hours for a mega. So that's really good, being that now, kind of being older now, you don't have much time to do any of this stuff, and plus, why would you care? But yeah, that's the review.